My name is NonStopAntonio, and we are back with another episode of Cowboy Bebop, this time episode 23. This episode is titled Brain Scratch, and it makes me wonder if we're going to be scratching some brains. However, last week we dealt with a fun episode with Spike and Andy going head-to-head, who are literally the same person, and Spike becoming the Space Cowboy. However, usually when there's a fun episode, it goes into a darker one, so I'm going to assume that Brain Scratch is going to get a little bit on the dark side. So let's jump into my reaction and then discussion for Cowboy Bebop episode 23. Welcome to NonStopAntonio, where I talk about everything nerdy. I love Marvel, DC, and anime, and if you do too, I hope you enjoy this video. 95. What do we got? Some hypnosis going on? Illuminati. We're going into Illuminati. It's Illuminati time. Oh, it's called Scratch, so that's why it's called Brain Scratch. What is going on right now? We're dealing with a cult, aren't we? Yeah, we're dealing with a cult. When you have stuff like this, it just screams cult. I've played enough video games with cults to understand what one is. I played like 4 playthroughs in a row that were all dealing with cults. So, yeah, that's what we're dealing with this episode.
Action news. Our top story, the Migrate to Electronics group Scratch. Receiving subpoenas for their leader, Londes, last week, the ISSP and the Solar System Police began...
You know, this news is better than actual news. Like, the way they frame it and everything else, I would watch news if it was more like that. Insane order! Yeah, so it's a crazy cult. And we're going to be diving deep into this. I'm assuming the leader is going to be a bounty.
And relayed onto the universal network where it takes on a transcendent level of being, thus allowing them to exist as souls without bodies. Now,
So they're just downloading their brain into computers. Okay, so what, they want to become robots in the end?
Our new exerciser releases your inner DJ. Adjust the BPM music, it's Clover, and bingo, you can be a DJ while you work out.
What? What is that? Oh wait, my god, it's Faye.
decided to sign up? Yes.
Oh, Faye's in the cult.
Got tired of all. If I get rid of my body, I won't need money.
Oh, she looks totally crazy. Something happened to Faye. Kind of like a Spike's watching TV, he's like, ah, shit, what did Faye get herself into?
The new game console, Brain Dream, catches your brain waves and puts them into action, so you control the game the way you want it.
So it's like VR.
Tangle cord,
So it's literally like a VR, but a more future tech version.
There it is.
Ah, there we go. I knew he was going to be a bounty.
Londes. The bounty is 38 million.
Ooh. I still have no idea how much the currency is in this show, because they always talk about like 38 million. Like, how much is that? So that's actually 38 million, or is that like 38,000, or is that like 3,800?
Scratch.
So dude disappeared,
What?
created a cult,
Group or a cult, whatever.
and is now trying to download people's brains.
The human
Cool.
mind is essentially a weak stream of electronic pulses. So if you capture those pulses in universal network,
Oh, Spike tries putting his beer on his food. Ew. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna taste good, Spike. The faster you eat it, the less you taste. If they are downloading themselves into computers, couldn't Ed just hack into all of it? I mean, he's pretty. She's a pretty good genius. She could do it. I believe in her. I believe in her. She's done some pretty good stuff so far. Ah, so Faye is still normal. She's still good. She's still good and normal. That guy is dead. But hey, Faye, take the gun. Oh, she already has one. Never mind. The bounty hunter slid in and is now just gonna get caught off guard. You know, when you see a bunch of monitors, that is never a good sign. And dead bodies. Ooh, that is definitely not. That's a lot of dead bodies. Shit, what happened here? Well, Faye's been caught. That's weird. But if she's not looking at I would just think if she was looking at the screens, it would have been like hypnosis, but no. I love how they visualize Ed's hacking with her little like faces and everything going all over the place. I think that's pretty cool.
Right, but before that,
I like how everyone just takes the flyer and just drops on the floor.
where is he?
Excuse me? You really want to join this migration?
He's asking way too many questions that they don't trust him. I mean, like, it's a real thing to ask. Like, if I want to join your cult, it would be kind of cool if I met your leader first, so I know we're going into something legit. Look, they said he's in heaven, so what if he's just a digital program now that's going around the internet?
Really? What is it, Punch?
I think that's legit enough. Wait, what? They canceled Big Shot? No, that's like the big part of the show. Who would cancel it?
Are you listening? I think I can really get rid of my debts now.
Oh no, Faye was able to send one thing off before she got caught. Oh no. We need Spike to save Faye. It needs to be happening right now. I'm betting the video game is copying the brain patterns of all these kids, and that's how it's doing it, and it's like maybe brainwashing them in a sense to start bringing them towards Scratch. Marshall Banana. Yes, Ed made a fake ID for them. Okay, they said this was a video game. The whole idea of them making this was a video game, yet when you get the headset, it gets them to join it. Oh, shit. Jet's getting taken. He's getting downloaded. I think I was right about the downloading brainwaves part. Oh. 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 Ein's biting him to make sure he snaps out of it.
I'm not sure how, but it acts on the central nervous system, paralyzing the sympathetic nerves.
Hey, they just said Ein was a he. I thought I read that Ein was a she. I'm so confused about the dog, but Ein's Ein. Love Ein.
Well, dogs have brain waves.
Oh, Ed wants to do it too.
Quit whining.
All right.
Why would you use Ein to go inside? What the hell, guys?
The person known as Londes never existed. His
Ooh.
past, all the records,
Oh.
all counterfeit.
It's all a scam.
And all the programming leads to this location right here. Alice Ballet Hospice. Come on, Ed. I got an idea.
Just direct him. Are you just gonna leave Ein hooked up to the machine, guys? Take that thing off Ein. So I said this episode was gonna get dark because last time was very fun, but it hasn't got too dark yet, even though we are dealing with a cult. So I'm kind of surprised. Oh, Spike is gonna fall into the same problem that Faye did. Oh, Faye's passed out there. So did they like knock them out, and I guess they just eventually starve to death because they're out like a light?
She's an unusual looking child. Is she a girl?
She's an unusual looking child. Oh my god.
Of course, as you can see, the other bounty hunters slept to death.
And so we finally
He's a computer program.
lost a brother to this.
I totally thought it was someone putting themselves in, but it seems like it might be more of a sentience program, just like how that satellite became alive, which we haven't actually talked about since that episode. I'm surprised.
Just see her brother once more. Go on in.
God didn't create humans. No, it's humans who created God.
Damn, tell that to anyone that's religious and they'd probably lose their shit. Never mind. Is he actually I said he was a program, became sentient, but maybe I guess I was right about him being a person who became a program.
Do it, but don't turn off the life support system.
Yeah, don't kill the guy. Don't kill the guy. Just disconnect him for a second.
To know that television controls people by bombarding them with information until they lose their sense of reality.
I mean, that's kind of true. That's kind of totally true. Anything that's like television, we're literally watching a show right now, but also like TikTok and stuff is pretty bad for humanity. It is great to escape from reality, but it does take a lot of people, like some people like me, kind of get stuck in their ways and they don't leave their house and they just watch TV or they just play video games and they don't explore the world like they used to. Which, I mean, hey, I'm an introvert, so it's nice, but still.
No, stop.
Not like, oh, Ed's just there hacking in, disconnecting everything from him, so his, like, big imagination, this guy is living in, well, his brain waves are living in the tech, and they're just disconnecting him, boom, easy peasy, but they're not going to get the bounty because he's in a coma, or at least he's on life support. In the end, it was just a guy trying to live. I mean, it was pretty twisted, but he was trying to live.
Years ago at age 13.
Age 13?
That's it. You're sure not a boy
He's just a kid? That's just a kid who wanted to live his life. He got put in a vegetable state, and all he wanted to do is survive and live. I mean, he was doing it in a very twisted way, but he just wanted to exist and not wanted to just be nothing. Because that's what he is. He's nothing. He just wanted to be believed in.
All it could do was dream, so the dreams turned dark.
The dreams turned dark. They truly did.
This time, I hope you have sweet dreams.
I bet you Ed probably did something really nice and give him better dreams, so he wasn't so evil. Why did you cuff him? I feel like Ed could have seen herself in him because she's also a hacker and seen like something bad happen to her. I liked it. It wasn't as dark as I thought it was going to be, so it's pretty cool. So let's talk about it. I definitely thought that episode was going to be more dark and twisted, especially because we had a very happy episode the episode before. However, it wasn't, but it was still an interesting story. How you had this hacker, he was 13 when it happened, he got put in a vegetable state, his brainwaves got connected to a machine where he was able to access the internet because he was so freaking smart, and because he was a hacker, which I thought was pretty interesting. And I like what they did. Even though he was doing some horrible stuff, bringing these people in, making them believe in him, because he even says like, well, why do people believe in God? Because they want to believe in something, and people created God, not God created people. So an interesting perspective on things and how he pretty much made himself a god. He just put his brainwaves in a program. It's kind of weird how he was just knocking out the bounty hunters and letting them die there. They were bounty hunters. What was he going to do? He was just computers there. His body was somewhere else, where Ed and Jet were the ones to figure out where he was, which I thought was intriguing to see what they were doing there. I like it. It was just a kid who wanted to live on because he was in a vegetable state. He couldn't do anything, but this way he could be moved. He could do stuff, even though again it was weird, and he wanted to be believed in like a leader. But hey, he was living. He wasn't in a vegetable state that way, and he was living through TV, so he could see everything, which is really interesting. And you know, you got future tech, which was doing pretty cool stuff. Like this future stuff, your brain could be put into machinery, which is, you know, pretty future-y. I'm still waiting for the day that happens in real life. I like how it ended though, because instead of Ed just completely cutting him off and just leaving him in his body, she let him have access to somewhere else so he could still live and still do what he wanted without affecting everyone. So that way he could still do his programs and everything else, feel like he's doing something, feel like he's still alive and able to move. And it's touching, because even I feel like Ed could see something in him because she's a hacker herself, and if something bad happened to her, she probably would put her brain into a computer as well. Have you seen this episode of Cowboy Bebop before, and what did you think of it? How did you feel about this whole cult aspect? Let me know down in the comments, and if you like my anime reactions, check the description down below for all the other ones. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because it helps out the channel a lot. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you later.